Hi everyone, I am Margourtarotreader, and today we're doing a personal reading for one of my clients who will represent the sign of Scorpio, as well as the person in question will be a Scorpio. Now, prior to the recording, I call onto the universe and the personal guides with the personal information. I do not enclose any personal information of my clients for the sake of their privacy, and that is only for me and my eyes only. Now, there will be certain silence throughout the reading. It is when I connect with their personal information to the universe and their spirit guides. I apologize in advance to my client if and when there's anything that I communicate that will be upsetting to you. It is what the universe has me to communicate. Also know that you are the one watching your predictions, and that sometimes the universe lets you change certain aspects of the results. But then there are some certain things that cannot and will not be changed, because it is the path that you must take in the other person as well. Now, Arcanos, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know. And yep, fingers crossed, it came through. Okay, there we go. Situations and problems ahead. So prepare yourself for that. Sometimes those things are because it's how you take them. Okay. Someone is being very dishonest right off the back, is telling me. It's a woman. Ah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, I'm gonna have to tell you that I feel that I don't. If the other person doesn't know, I feel that she's about to find out. She's being very dishonest to the Scorpio, to the person in question. Yeah, he is not happy. He wants to keep certain situations of his commitment. It is what I see here. Okay, he finds that the woman is also being dishonest at some type of level. I feel that they're going back and forth, but I will see his spread. But this is what I'm getting right off the back. Yeah, I feel that there's some type of dishonest within his situation at home. Okay. He will tell you that too. He's going to tell you that he's not happy where he's at, and that they're having some type of conflicts within each other. I feel that he's given her some type of lie, and she's also lying to him about certain situations. Okay. I feel that for right now, if you are being still intimate with him, I feel that eventually there will be some type of cutoff. But we'll see in a minute why. Okay, that's why. Okay, I will tell you this, that if you're telling him, if you don't decide what to do with this situation, I'm moving forward, well, that's not the right way to go with a Scorpio. I gotta tell you that, okay? It is not the right way to go. Because if you tell a Scorpio, those Scorpio, and so are you are the same, but it also depends on your other sign, moon and rising signs. But I will tell you this, that for the majority of the Scorpios, when they have feelings, they show it 100%, okay? They are reluctant at first, but when they do show it, they are very meaningful to that aspect, okay? And and if you give some type of threat to a Scorpio, then they're going to... It may not be a threat, but if they consider it to be one, then you're going to lose ground in that phase, okay? Especially on a man Scorpio. So if you tell the Scorpio, if you don't resolve this issue with that, if you don't let this person go, then I'm going to move on forward. You know, I feel that if you do say certain situations to him as of now, before the year's over, that you're going to be the one losing grounds, not him. Okay? Because I feel that he has other options out there if you wanted to. Is what I'm saying here. He is not happy at home. You know, they're having too many issues, because I feel that the woman is also being dishonest with him on some type of situation. But I also feel that he is also confused whether or not to continue within this situation, okay? I will do his spread to see exactly how he feels for you. Yeah, currently in number 3, what's going on is that they're not happy at all within their marriage situation. I feel that he's not happy. He's really does consider every now and then to ending, and so does the woman. I feel that she has just recently found out that he's being dishonest, or is being deceitful, or is being cheating. It could be all of the above, okay? He even lies about money situation. Let me just say good morning because I'm having my coffee early in the morning. Now let's see here. Yes, I feel that he finds her to be very arrogant at times, very bossy, telling him what to do, not to do, and just checking up on him, and he's just not happy, period, okay? And let me see. Number 2, I will see it in his spread. Okay, right now, I think that even though he's not happy in the situation that he's in, he still wants to salvage some type of situation there, is what I see. Okay, I do feel that there's someone from the past that before you, he dated someone else, to be honest. He did cheat on her before you as well. And that person wants to come back, that other woman. He kept her as a friend, is what I'm seeing here. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius woman, who I feel probably you have knowledge of, is what I'm sensing here in this category. Someone that still has feelings for him, okay? But they're less, but yet they're there. He doesn't want nothing to do with that person. I will tell you that right now, is what I'm sensing here. But that woman wants to return and be with him, okay? Someone from his past. He's missing you when he's not with you. He's missing you, the Scorpio, which is a good sign. He will come back, yes. He will be with you in an intimate situation. Then he will have to go back to his home because whatever situation, maybe she has a short leash on him, okay? I do feel that there's someone who will very soon contact you, or before the year's over will contact you. It's a person of Sun, Moon, or Rising, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This person still has feelings for you, someone that you probably dated within the past situation. He will contact you in wanting to be in an intimate situation. I feel that you are going to consider this situation further down the line before the year is over. Be very careful with that, because if you find, if the Scorpio finds you by any means you being dishonest, he will let you go. Keep that in mind, because that's just how they are. If they're not happy in a relationship that they're in and they go to you, it's because eventually they will consider you to be a more stable person. But if they find you being distrustworthy in any way, they will cut you off, whether they love you or not, sweetie. They will cut you off. So keep that in mind. They're very trustworthy. When they give the trust, they give it fully. And when they give the love, they also give it fully. But when they find mistrust, it's gone. It's gone. Love or no love is gone. Okay? Now, let me see. I will see his spread in reference to that situation on number 4. Because I feel that you do feel that you have some type of spiritual bond with him, and I will see his spread. I feel that eventually he feels certain situations at that. How you will know that you're feeling the same connection is that when you're thinking, he's saying what you're thinking without you saying it. That's how you know that you're actually in a spiritual bond phase with that person. Okay? Now, let me see here. Before the year is over, I do not see any divorce between his situation. I do feel that they're back and forth. Whenever they're angry and fighting, then they're throwing it at each other. But I do not see a divorce before the year is over, okay? I do feel very unhappy in their situation. Both of them are being dishonest in one way or the other, okay? They're both not happy, but yet for some reason they're staying in. So I feel that she stays mainly because she does care for him, but also because they could have children as well. Okay. And then also because he's still uncertain of whether or not to keep the marriage or leave it also. They're not happy, that's for sure. And they really are considering the fact of separation. But I don't see it happening as of before this year's over. Okay. Now let me do his spread, and then we'll see exactly what his actions will be further down the line. Let's see. And also toward you. You know, unfortunately, sometimes it happens even to the best of us to get in that situation, and sometimes we have to go through this path of life in order to expand our spiritual horizon. But I feel that you are willing to wait for him, and if you feel that the love between you and him is just a bond, it's a certain bond, then you know it's okay. Hold and wait, and have no regrets. Period. Okay. I do feel that he did cheat prior to you with, you know, and also, so therefore the spouses, that's why she has that short leash on him, and also because she suspects something else. If she doesn't know about you, then I feel that eventually she will or has. Either way, he's not happy with her. Okay? I feel that all that they felt for each other was more of a fights, you know, arguments, and so therefore they fell apart in one way or the other. This is for him. Let's see what's going on. What will happen? What are his thoughts in reference to this whole situation? Oop. There will be a separation within their marriage eventually, okay? Keep that in mind. And he will tell you. I feel that you're going to be very upset about certain situations that will be commenting to you in reference to this, okay? I feel that you're going to be worried and concerned and wondering whether or not it will all be true eventually. You're not going to want to hear anything about any negative situation, which is good in a sense. Someone will tell you something that is going to be very depressive to you, and you're going to be feeling very neglectful toward that situation. Also, because this is his spread, I feel that he will have to tell you something that he's not going to be very happy about, okay? Okay, there we go. Okay, let me see something here. Where is he? Ah, there he is. Yeah, he will come back to you. Definitely, he will come back to you, okay? Okay, I will have to tell you this, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you, because I love what I do, because I help people, you know, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, even if it's just to listen, okay? So, and I also hate the fact that sometimes I have to deliver certain news that are not to the likings, but it is to help you wisen and expand your horizon, okay? I will tell you this, there will be some type of separation within his marriage eventually, because I feel that the woman has a short leash on him, and will find out that I feel that she thinks that he's seeing or talking to someone that he cheated on before you, okay? Because I see this woman here from the previous spread, and there she is again. But that woman has someone in her life. She's probably even married, but that woman also would like to reconnect with him. Okay, I don't see it happening, but I feel that she is thinking of those situations. I do feel that he is not happy at home. When he's at home with her, they're having conflicts. He still does care for her, I will say, and she does love him still. There is that connection still, but I will also say that it's less than. The love that he felt for her is less than, okay? I feel that he really will not like to be a divorced person from her. I don't see it even so happening in the second spread, which is, we're talking about after 5 months. I don't see it in the beginning of the year to March. I don't see it. I don't see a divorce. It could be, but they're very hesitant. Maybe there will be a filing, but not happening yet, okay? But he will consider that option, okay? He will consider of separating at the very most. I do see that happening. Sometimes he will even leave the house for a week or two because of this argument bickering back and forth between them, okay? I feel that at times he even finds himself, to his surprise, missing the spouse when he leaves. And I also feel that the woman is just more insecure in reference to him. Yeah, it's what I'm sensing. But at the same time, I also feel that he thinks quite highly of her. You know, so I feel that this relationship between them is more of hate. You know, they built all this hate and anger among themselves and let go of the love. And also because, you know, he was out and about doing, again, he did cheat on her prior to you, and she find out of those situations. So therefore this has been happening. Okay, and I felt that mainly because he probably kept some type of communication with that ex as well. Now, I feel that he's going to communicate something to you that you're going to be very disappointed by. And he's wondering how to tell you this situation. He is not happy at home, and he does think of you, of how could it be with you being in some type of living arrangement, is what I see here, that he does think of that eventually. But he doesn't act on it. He just thinks of those situations, okay? Eventually, further down the line, I feel that he will try to come back to you, to be with you. He's still going to be with you intimately and whatnot, okay? He will be back and forth for some reason. I feel because of the spouse being on his tail. Now, do you have that number 4? Let me see. I would have to say that he does care for you, and he does consider the fact of wanting to be with you more than the situation that is in right now, okay? So he will be in and out of your life. That's a given. And also he loves the intimacy that you and him have. I think it's very passionate. It's what he's telling me. It's very, very passionate. I love the things that she makes me feel. It's what he's saying. I love the things that she makes me feel. And I even tell her that she's good at this and good at that. That's what he's telling me right now, his spirit, okay? Guy. Okay, but at the same time, he also thinks back and forth every now and then, can I fix the situation at home? So he's confused. He's confused because he does care for you, but he also has love for the wife. It's less than, but he has feelings for you and feelings for her. So he's in between. He's in between you and her. I think that sometimes when she shuts up, in other words, is what he's saying, when the wife shuts up and stops bickering and fighting with him, then, you know, she finds the good in her and the good things that she has, the qualities she has. But then when she is being bossy and being reluctant and being fighting an argument with him, then he runs into you. Okay? So, yeah. And I honestly do not see, as of right now, any type of future with him. I feel that there is a consideration from both ends, from yours and his, but that's just to continue the relationship that you and him have, okay? The friendship would benefit. But I feel that you're gonna try to communicate with him in reference to that. I feel that you're gonna try to tell him, you know, and this is what I would say to you. You know him best. So when you're in the intimacy zone with him, I feel that you need to say, papi, whatever, however you call him, you know, I love you, that I could spend my lifetime with you, you know, and then just wait and see what he says to that response. That's how you know how they're feeling for you. If they pause, if they answer, or whatever, it's how you start feeling them, okay? And also because he would have to also by now mention something rather to that effect, okay? And at the very most, at least you put it in his mind to think of those options, okay? If you're willing to be someone that more a committed person, then you also need to let him know those things, okay? But also you have to understand that because you are the other person, you need to be better than the person at home. You need to be more understanding, more caring, more affectionate, more loving, whatever, but you need to be better at. And also be who you are at that time, because if you're being fake better, for instance, then when you end up with him, he's gonna notice all those things. And most of the time they don't leave a marriage because they're afraid that it will fail. Most of the time they're afraid that things will change the minute they move in together. So it's not so much of how they feel, but also afraid of what could happen, would it fall apart or whatnot. Okay, now remember that he has cheated before you with someone else. It could be simply because of the of the way that character of the spouse is, because I still see that there's mutual feelings between them, not as strong as they used to, but there is, okay? And so as a Scorpio, he's tired and fed up and is not having it, okay? So therefore, you need to understand that if he comes to you, it should be because he truly loves you and not because he's unhappy at home, okay? So you need to put that in play. You know, when he expresses that he loves you, oh, I love you too, you know, from the moon to the stars, I don't know, make whatever comment, so just to hear him out on his replies, okay? He does care for you, but I feel that he's more conflict within the situation. He's afraid to take this further step down. He's afraid to get a divorce. He's afraid to fail with you. He seems to be very unstable in his mental thoughts. Okay. Again, I do see some type of separation within the home situation with them. He is considering, and he will mention to you, okay, that he is considering to even temporarily leaving the job for a while. He might do that next year because he needs to situate all this situation. I feel that there will be some type of separation within their marriage for them. I also feel that he's going to try to find, or she is going to try to find a way to mend the situation further down the line. Maybe because there's someone that she confides in there and will tell her, don't give in to this marriage, because then he's going to run off with so-and-so, you know. I feel that they're going to be separated for a little bit, for a minute or so, and then she will find a way to try to reconcile with him. But we'll see the next spread and see what happens, okay? Because this is what I'm seeing here. But he will continue with you. He will continue to be with you intimately, and he will. So as of now that you're seeing this, you know him best. So you know what he likes. You know how he is. So work on that situation on that end. So when he's with you, you're the one. You should be the one that he would want to and desire to be the rest of his life. So sometimes they don't see that. You know, they don't see that option when they start seeing someone. But when you start showing them, then you put it in play. Okay? So yeah, that's what I see. Now, let me see the third spread. My clients, I have clients from all over the world, and I have clients of all kinds of situations at hand. And I have certain clients of mine that have been married and seeing people for half the time that they've been married, and they hold on. And so, you know, who ends up ruining the marriage is actually the spouse, the female. And so they end up, you know, choosing the mistress sometimes because of that. And sometimes, unfortunately, even if they're in love with the other person, they stay within the marriage because of the financial situations and the what will be, or who will they say what. You know, it's an unfortunate case. Some people are more materialistic than they spiritually. Okay? But let's see here. Let me do third. Will be after 6 months to even a year, depending on how you react to the predictions. And I'm going to show me what must I need to know for. Saying if you know how to play the cards, you can end up getting what it is that you're wanting the most, is what they're saying. Okay, one more. Okay, you're hoping and wishing that tomorrow he could tell you that he will leave the woman. Is what I'm sensing here. It says be patient. When you're acting too anxious and too impatient, things delay more. Yes, there will be a legal separation eventually sometime next year between them. Okay? Absolutely. Again, I feel that he's going to try to work, they are going to try to work the situation out off and on, the Scorpio with his spouse, okay? We don't have that woman's horoscope sign, but it doesn't matter. I just take it as what the energies are, okay? So definitely I see him trying to work the situation out eventually with this spouse. But things are not going to be, they'll be off and on. In other words, they'll be at home, but at a distance, always looking at each other in an angry way and whatnot. She does love him, and she does wants to work out the situations with him. They'll be back and forth, okay? Within this situation, I will tell you this, that if you're holding out to be with him, you need to be very cautious and very, very mindful of how you act with this. Because I see a cheating situation happening here, and I feel that he's going to think that if he ends up with you, that you're going to cheat with someone. I feel that it's going to be more to your sense, okay? So be careful with that. If you decide to be with anybody else, you're going to lose something with him. Okay, well, it is what it is. I have to say what it is, so. I will tell you this. I feel that at the end, this woman that he's married to is going to end up in some type of relationship with someone else, okay? There's going to be some bickering or fighting between them, but I also see that you will be involved in this situation. I also feel that, again, we still see this person from the past coming back and forth, that I feel he has some type of communication with every now and then with her. It's a someone arising, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this woman, I feel that she's married too. I feel that she's married or has some type of stability with someone else, is what I'm sensing, his ex. So this woman has a lot to do in this picture. So be very mindful of that situation, because if he's keeping someone that he slept with still in his phone book, to me, is disrespectful. I wouldn't have it. What I would do without even telling him is block the bitch out, you know. That's what I would do. Not the spouse, because they could have children, but whoever else, okay? That's what I would do without even telling him. Block that woman out, whoever, without even telling him. But in this situation, I would say, you know, I still see the marriage between them. What I will say is that eventually, I feel that by the end, close to the end of next year, after June or sometime, there will be some type of separation between them. But in the meantime, they're going to be trying to work this out off and on, trying to work the situation out, okay? Why? Because the woman still is in love with him. And she still thinks that they still have hope to be together, okay? So they will be back and forth, back and forth. He will be at the same time with you, back and forth, back and forth. I do not see you ending things with him. What I will say this to you is to be very careful, because I feel that you might consider to date someone else further down the line next year. Someone that you consider that he's to your liking, someone arising, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is what I'm seeing here. Someone that could fall in love with you and also be in a committed relationship with you further down the line. This person that will come into your life, I feel that you might even cheat on the Scorpio to be with that person and be in a committed relationship with. Okay, it's what the cards are telling me. But I feel that that's going to cause you some dilemmas, some problems. Now, be very careful, because if you decide to be with someone else, the Scorpio will leave you. Okay, when the Scorpio sometime next year, he will also decide to move from the house. He's already thinking it. Keep this in mind. He is not happy at home. He's already thinking it of moving. And I feel that he will eventually next year. And keep this in mind, what I'm telling you. He's going to consider to move in with you. Okay? So play your cards right, and you will win eventually. If you play your cards diligently. Okay? Now remember that he's not happy. He's already thinking of moving. So when he comes to you, you need to spice up. You need to spice the game. You need to already think as he's with you. You need to say, "Oh my God, thank you, baby, for coming to visit me and to be with me. I love the way you make love to me," and just, you know, embrace it, because Scorpios, you know how you are. I am also a Scorpio. So what we didn't want then in the younger years, now we want, oh my God, we want affection, we want attention, we want all kinds of crap. So we want to hear some game in our ears, in other words, okay? So you need to do that with the men, the Scorpios. They do that. They love that. So this is your time. Play your cards right, And eventually he might even decide to come and move in with you further down the line. It could even be sooner, the energy, but it's up to you how you decide to take these predictions, okay? Keep this in mind, that there are someone in the past there that is lingering, wanting to be with him. I feel that she will eventually end up with someone else, not happy with, will end this situation and try to get back with her spouse. I feel that they're going to be on and off with someone else prior to the separation. Eventually, he will decide just to walk away. Okay? I feel that he's going to say enough is enough. He does every now and then think that because there are children, that he should keep this marriage and find a way to work out, because he knows that the woman loves him. Okay? He knows that. But also he cannot stand her way of being, her character, and obsessing about the past, bringing... It's like she's bringing every little crap he did since day one back and forth. Guess what? Love will go out of the door, out of the window, if you keep bickering and fighting. And instead of trying to solve it, you cannot take someone back into your life and not let go of what they've done. It won't leave your mind, but you have to not bring it up to the person that you took back. Okay, that breaks up everything. Love or no love goes out the window. So keep that in mind when you decide to be with whoever you want to live with, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, so let's see, do you and him? I feel that it's more of your suited mind that you think you do. The spiritual bond, I feel that sometimes he thinks of those situations because you are both Scorpions. I feel that you connect more emotionally and spiritually to an extent. Okay, so I feel that there's a slight chance that you can end up with him, and there's also a 50 chance that you cannot. It just tells me that depending how you play this, how you treat him and how you act with him, because I feel that there's a very slight chance that you could also meet someone else and decide to take that chance. So be very, very cautious how you play. If you truly are in love with him, I think that you need to put everything on hold. I know of someone that it was in the situation that you're in, and the spouse find out, and almost for a year he did not see that other person. But it goes to show you that if they leave, they always come back. And if there's love, truly, they always come back. Okay? So even if you have to wait a certain period of time for that person, if you truly love them and feel that they're your soulmate, then give yourself that space and time to connect with that and not be intimate with anybody else, because you're respecting your self-being, okay? And if they don't come back, at least you have that privilege to say, I waited faithfully for you because of this and that. And for a Scorpion, that's a tremendous, tremendous credit view, okay? You will have him at your knees. Keep that in mind, because being faithful is mostly what we desire. Every sign